What is up, PokeMoshPit? This is ThePikaWu here, bringing you another Pokemon Black and White Wi-Fi battle. This one is against Butler93, Pokemon YouTuber, as well as a PokeMoshPit Beta director. And he's going to be using a Sandstorm team, while I'll be using a Rain Dance team. And I know you guys don't like seeing weather, but I'm running a mixed tier one. So I'm spicing things up by using lesser used Pokemon. I'm using 2 OUs, 2 UUs, and 2 RUs. So I'm going to lead off with my Empoleon. Not really the best matchup, so I go straight away into my Nidoking, anticipating the Volt Switch, but he ends up predicting me first turn, goes for the Hydro Pump, and takes me right out. By the way he plays his Rotom, and by looking at his team structure, I can safely assume this is a Choice Scarf Rotom. That's why I do bring in my Parasect here, not being afraid of the Hidden Power Fire. I can get a free Spore off against this Tyranitar, and that's pretty good. Now, he's playing really risky, and now that I know his battling style, I have to work around it. And yeah, I get that thing asleep, which is pretty good, and now I'm free to set up a substitute. And he is going to decide to bring in his Excadrill here. That's no problem. Although Excadrill is dangerous in the Sandstorm, I have that sub up, so I'm safe. And I know he's not going to set up some Swords Dances because his bigger priority is to break my sub. And it's really early in the game, and setting up early really isn't the best decision. So he goes for the Earthquake here as I go for the Leech Seed. He thought I was Bug Poison, but I'm actually Bug Grass, so I quad resist that, and I can get a free Leech Seed off. And yeah, right here I can pretty much substall him, and because he has that Life Orb Recoil as well as the Leech Seed on him, he really won't be lasting long. That's why he does decide to switch out, and he does decide to bring in his Ferrothorn because that thing can pretty much stall me and wall me to ages. So I'm pretty much forced to switch out, and I do decide to switch into my Politoed to get the Rain up, because with the Sandstorm up, that Excadrill is a really big threat, and I just want Rain up as soon as possible. He goes for the Gyro Ball here, just gonna break the sub of the Parasect, but I bring in the Politoed, so that works out as well. Now, I want to see if he has the Power Whip, but I'm actually predicting him to go for a non-attacking move like Stealth Rocks, or a support move like Leech Seed, so that works out good on my part. But because he didn't go for the Power Whip or the Stealth Rocks, I'm thinking that his fourth move is probably Protect, so I want to see if he has the Protect or not. If he stays in, that means he has Protect. If he switches out, he's probably going to go into Gliscor. So that's why double switching into Thundurus was probably one of the best plays in the game, because I can pretty much set up on this Gliscor with Nasty Plots, and that's really good for me. I can go for the Hidden Power Ice here and just finish off the Gliscor, and that's exactly what I do. And because he switched out, that tells me he doesn't have the Protect, and yeah, so I really don't know what his fourth move is. He has like Stealth Rocks, Leech Seed, Gyro Ball. He could have Power Whip, he could have Spikes, I don't know. But I doubt he had Spikes because he didn't even set up Stealth Rocks yet. But anyways, he's going to bring in his Rotom Wash form. That confirms he is indeed Choice Scarf, and he's going to predict my switch yet again by going for the Volt Switch. And that was a really risky play, but it works out in his favor again. So he gets that switch advantage. He does decide to bring in his Excadrill. I'm really scared of it, and I don't want to switch out as he gets the Swords Dance up, so that's why I do decide to just go for the Leech Seed, hoping that he would over-predict, and that's exactly what happens. He goes for the X-Scissor, thinking he would take me out, but I am going to live because I'm a bulky variant of a Parasect, and because he's non-stab, I'm going to live that and get Leech Seed recovery, Leftovers recovery, as well as Dry Skin recovery, so that's really nice. And looking at that X-Scissor damage, that tells me he's Adamant-natured, so I need to put that in my head as well. So he's going to go into his Tyranitar yet again to get the Sandstorm up, as I switch out as well, fearing the Rock Slide, and that's why I do switch into my Empoleon to be resistant of it. And yeah, because he switched into his Tyranitar and it's asleep and it can't do much, I'm free to set up my Stealth Rocks as he brings in his Rotom Wash form. And Rotom Wash form is pretty much the biggest check against my Empoleon, and that's okay because I am pretty sure I can live a Volt Switch, and yeah, I can just pull off a Hydro Pump. So unfortunately, the Volt Switch doesn't bring me down to Torrent range, and he is going to bring in his Ferrothorn, and because I don't have that Rain Boost since he brought in his Tyranitar, this Hydro Pump isn't going to do much, and Ferrothorn is so bulky, and I really hate Ferrothorns, but I am going to be forced to switch out because I have nothing to take or nothing to take down this Ferrothorn, so I do decide to bring in my Thundurus. And this is where I see his fourth move. He carries Thunder Wave, which is really, really weird, because Gyro Ball and Thunder Wave is not a good combination at all, but it works out. He predicted my Thundurus. That was a really, really good play. That surprised me, and that's going to severely cripple my Thundurus, because Thundurus is one of those sweepers that really rely on his high speed stat. Anyways, I'm going to predict his Latios switch in, and I go for the Hidden Power Ice, knowing that he would want to take the Focus Blast with his Latios. And that is really awesome, because at that point, Latios is really weakened. So I do decide to bring in my Politoed to take a Draco, because it's max HP, max special defense, as he goes for the Thunderbolt. And that does a lot of damage, this Thunderbolt, although I'm going to take it, but not really well. And that makes me think he's Choice Specs, but I still really don't know. I'm going to protect here to see if he's going to go for the Thunderbolt again. And yeah, he goes for it. So I'm still thinking he is Choice Specs, and the reason why I'm thinking that is that Thunderbolt did a lot of damage. And Thunderbolt, actually, even when it's super effective, I believe it has less base power than Draco. I go into my Parasect here to take the Thunderbolt, and then I'm going to switch into my Gallade, predicting him to switch, since I'm thinking he's Specs, right? But he actually is Expert Belt, because he shows me here he has the Draco Meteor. That's going to deal a lot of damage to my Gallade, and my HP goes down. I'm praying for him to survive, and he survives with 23 HP. That's really epic. I'm Choice Scarfed. I'm just going to lock myself into close combat because I took down his Gliscor, and he has nothing that can resist it. And he does bring in his Rotom here, thinking that he can take a close combat and then take me out as well because he's Choice Scarfed. But that doesn't quite work out. He really, what he should have done was just fodder out his Latios. But yeah, right here, I'm just gonna go for the close combat once more. He goes into his Tyranitar to set up the Sandstorm, as well as get a pivot switch into his Ferrothorn. I go for the close combat. Although I'm gonna get taken down by Iron Barbs, I'm gonna take down his Ferrothorn as well. So that sacrifice was definitely worth it. And Gallade was he did a really good job. He took down 2 pokes, so really awesome. So Ferrothorn goes down. It's a double down. I'm going to go right back into my Empoleon as he goes into his Excadrill. And this really sucks. I do carry the Aqua Jet, but without the Rain Boost. And at his point of HP, I'm not really comfortable. And I'm not sure if I can take him out. So that's why I do decide to just Death Fodder my... I choose to Death Fodder my Parasect right here. So, just to get some more Life Orb recoil. He goes for the X-Scissor. That's going to take me down. No big deal. Parasect did a pretty good job of crippling Pokemon as well as annoying Pokemon with Leech Seed. It's really nice in a Rain Dance team. And although it's RU, it works pretty well. So I'm going to bring in my Politoed here because I want that Rain backup. And he's going to take me down with the Earthquake. That's okay, because I know I can revenge the rest of his Pokemon with the Empoleon because I carry Aqua Jet. Aqua Jet will take down his Excadrill, it'll take down his Latios, and I believe he has one more Pokemon that will be taken down by the Empoleon as well. Either that or he has 2 Pokemon left. So, right, he has the Tyraniboa. So, that's going to get taken down by Hydro Pumps, because Hydro Pump in the rain, well, not in the rain anymore, because he's got that Sandstream. But Hydro Pump, I missed. That's okay, because he's just going to be sleeping. If he wakes up, that would have been bad, because Empoleon is my only Pokemon with priority. And if he took me out, his Latios would outspeed my last, and he would just win. But thank God he does not he does not wake up. And I can take him out with a Hydro Pump plus Grass Knot combination. I went for the Grass Knot because it's 100% accuracy. And his last is his Latios. And at this point, my Aqua Jet should be able to take him down. So let's see. Yeah, he's pretty much going to get taken down. And that is the game. So really close game. It ended up being a 2-0. So yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed this battle. If you guys enjoyed mixed tier teams, then definitely feel free to give this video a thumbs up, as well as leave a comment. So if you guys enjoyed, more content will be on my channel. You can definitely check that out. And stay tuned for the comment question of the day. So this is ThePikaWu here. Thank you for watching my video. Peace out, guys.